They said the age of heroes had passed. They told us that the great men of history were just statues, frozen in stone, watching silently as the world they built slowly crumbled away. But history has a funny way of correcting itself when the night gets too dark. Look around you. The year is 2025. The noise is loud, but the leadership is silent. We are a nation waiting for a signal. But what if the solution to our future wasn't something new, but something legendary? Today, the impossible happens. The bull moose is waking up, and he is not happy with what he sees. To understand why he returned, we must first look at what we have become. The America of 2025 is a landscape of neon shadows and rainy streets. In the great cities, from New York to San Francisco, the skyline is higher than ever, yet the spirit on the sidewalk has never been lower. Holographic advertisements float above piles of uncollected trash. The air is thick with the static of 1,000 politicians arguing on screens, yet nothing ever gets solved. In Washington, the bureaucracy has grown into a tangled vine, choking the life out of action. Men in expensive suits debate endlessly, while the borders remain porous and the streets unsafe. It is a time of softness, where courage is punished and mediocrity is celebrated. The citizens are tired. They walk with their heads down, gripping their devices, starving for a purpose. The country feels like a ship without a captain, drifting toward a waterfall. But deep in the heart of the Badlands, the earth itself decides it has seen enough. South Dakota, Mount Rushmore. It begins not with the whisper, but with the storm that defies meteorology. Dark, purple clouds swirl exclusively above the presidential monument. Thunder shakes the Black Hills, a sound so loud it rattles the windows in Rapid City miles away. Tourists look up, terrified, as a bolt of lightning strikes the stone face of Theodore Roosevelt. It doesn't explode, it cracks. A fissure runs down the granite spectacles. Dust plumes into the air, masking the monument. When the dust settles, the stone face is gone. Standing on the precipice, looking down at the modern world, is a man. He is not a ghost. He is flesh, blood, and iron will. He adjusts his rimless glasses. He brushes the granite dust from his mustache. His chest heaves with the breath of a man ready to charge up San Juan Hill all over again. The bull moose has descended from the mountain. I have to ask you, the viewer, if you saw this happen on the news today, would you feel fear or would you finally feel hope? Let me know your honest opinion in the comments below. He does not ask for a ride. He does not call for an Uber. As Teddy reaches the base of the mountain, the very nature of the American wild answers his call. Emerging from the tree line is a massive grizzly bear, but this is 2025. The beast is outfitted with discarded military-grade plating, a remnant of forgotten wars. Roosevelt looks the beast in the eye, and the beast bows. He mounts the creature, a fusion of raw nature and Marin steel, and begins the ride to Washington. This is not a fast travel. It is a pilgrimage. He rides through the heartland. He passes the struggling farms in Iowa and the rusted factories of the Rust Belt. People come out of their homes stunned. They see him, the barrel chest, the grit, the unyielding posture. He doesn't wave like a politician. He tips his hat like a soldier. For the first time in decades, the people in the forgotten towns feel a spark in their chests. They start to follow, first in cars, then on foot. An army of patriots is forming behind the Rough Rider. I want to take a brief moment to thank you for watching this far. Your support helps us keep these legends alive. If you think this is intense, stay with me because the confrontation in the Oval Office is about to change everything. The arrival in Washington, D.C. brings the capital to a standstill. The security systems, the drones, the barricades, none of it matters. The sheer force of his presence parts the sea of bureaucracy. He rides the armored bear right up to the steps of the Capitol building. The silence is deafening as he dismounts. His boots echo in the marble halls, a sound from a tougher century. He kicks open the doors to the main chamber. The bickering stops. The politicians freeze. Teddy doesn't scream. He speaks softly, but his voice carries the weight of history. He walks past the lobbyists, grabs a stack of regulations and corrupt deals from the podium, and tears them in half with his bare hands. He looks at the leaders of 2025 and says just one word: out. He begins to physically escort the corrupt out of the building. It is not a negotiation. It is a cleaning. The swamp isn't just being drained. It's being paved over with concrete resolve. With the halls cleared and the sun rising over a stunned city, Roosevelt steps onto the balcony. The crowds below are massive, a sea of Americans waking up from a long slumber. He doesn't offer them free money. He doesn't offer them comfort. He offers them the one thing they actually need: the strenuous life. "We have become soft," he bellows, his voice not needing a microphone to reach the back of the crowd. "But the iron is still in our blood. We will rebuild our factories. We will secure our homes. We will dare mighty things again, even if it means we fell, because that is better than living in the gray twilight that knows neither victory nor defeat." As he speaks, the rain stops. The neon lights of the dystopian city flicker out, replaced by the natural light of a new dawn. The bull moose is back in charge, and America is open for business. Theodore Roosevelt's return serves as a reminder that the spirit of a nation never truly dies. It just waits for the right leader to awaken it. But in the real world, we cannot wait for a statue to come to life. We must build that strength within ourselves. What is the first thing Teddy should fix, in your opinion? The economy? The crime? Tell us below. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. You do not want to miss the next episode where Teddy takes his big stick to the cartels on the border. Speak softly, friends. We will see you next time.